Today's Monday, June 15th, 2026, and the Board of School Trustees of the Lebanon Community School Corporation will meet in regular session at 7 p.m. on Monday, June 15th, 2026 at Lebanon High School in Herman Wells. Are we recording? This meeting is a meeting of the school board in public for the purpose of conducting the school corporation's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There will be time for public participation as indicated by the agenda. The meeting site is fully accessible, and any person requiring further accommodation should contact the superintendent at the school corporation central office. Let's see, Mr. Parks, you want to lead us in the pledge?
Sure will.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Parks. All right, roll call. We do have all 5 members present, so we do have a quorum this evening. Mission statement, Mr. Havlin.
Sorry.
Lebanon Community School Corporation challenges everyone every day to reach a new best.
All right, thank you. Takes us to our approval of the minutes from May 19th regular meeting. If I can get a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Dr. Milliman for superintendent's announcements and celebrations.
Thank you, Mr. Clauser. Just shared some data with you about this year's senior class in your background notes. Congratulations to them. As you can see, we had 256 graduates, over $1.9 million were awarded in scholarships. That does not include university awards that students would have received from the individual universities through their endowments as well. So congratulations to them. Also, senior night and other scholarships included 2-year degrees, 4-year degrees, trade schools, students that are enlisting, etc. So all students represented in that senior class. So special group of young men and women. So wish them well. Congratulations to Coach Shelley West. I may still try to embarrass her and bring her here for a new best award in front of the board, although she will not like that very much. For her well-deserved recognition, she was named Indiana's 2026 Female Most Positive Coach of the Year from Positive Athletes. There was over 15,500 student athletes represented from 6,300 students, high schools, and fewer than 1% were selected for this award. Coach West does an outstanding job, and I can't think of a better deserving coach. So if you see her along the way, please congratulate her. Along that same vein, the track and field students, athletes that made it to the state finals are in your background notes. We were well represented at state finals this year. Congratulations to all the students that participated. We had some record numbers of students participating at the state level this year as well. So thank you for that. I want to thank our friends at LEF, Lebanon Educational Foundation, for helping us celebrate teachers at our teacher celebration last month, where we celebrated the Distinguished Teachers of the Year and our ultimate LCSC Teacher of the Year, Peggy Ross, a special education teacher at Lebanon Middle School. She is now actively working on her application for Indiana State Teacher of the Year, so we wish her well on that as well. Also wanted to make everyone aware that we have made our move to central office official. We had our first full week last week. Monday, June 8th was our first official day at central office. It's the former Central Elementary. As you recall, board, about 65% of that building will be our preschool. We are occupying about 35% of the building. We will be hosting ribbon cutting, open house for both the preschool and central office on Tuesday, August 8th. You'll get more information about that coming up, starting at 4 o'clock. So we'll have a Meet the Teacher night. We'll have our newest Tiger Cubs cutting the ribbon that afternoon at 4 o'clock. So hopefully you can make it to that. And I believe that is it for my announcements and celebrations.
All right, nice segue too into our informational items, construction and renovation updates.
Nothing specifically to report other than the furious activity going on inside and outside of multiple buildings that represents the phase changes that often come with the ending of a school year and the start of a summer.
Okay, great. Takes us to our consent agenda, staff matters.
Yes, thank you, President Clauser. Just for your consideration this evening, I'm asking for approval of classified, certified, and ECA staff matters this evening.
All right, any questions over the classified, certified, and ECA as outlined in our background notes? Okay, take a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. On to our consent agenda business matters.
Thank you, Mr. Clauser. Included, as always, with the monthly cash flow update are those 3 artifacts. Happy to answer any questions about those prior to reading the claims.
Any questions? All right.
Okay, I appreciate the board's consideration of 2 payrolls, May 29th and June 12th, in the amount of $2,694,099.30. Claims for the period $3,244,592.14. Total of the two, $5,938,691.44. Appreciate the board's consideration.
All right. Questions over the claims? All right. I'd make a motion to approve the claims as read by Dr. Dennis.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Anybody signed up from the public? Great. Action items? Change orders with Dr. Dennis?
Yes, pretty standard change orders. One notable one in the amount of $65,000 to Howard Companies. Those are our asphalt paving contractor. I'm sorry, it's Grady Brothers, not Howard. Howard is here. Grady Brothers at the middle school. The laydown area, if you think the very top of the hill, kind of by the softball / soccer area, laydown area for a lot of the materials there is, of course, taking a beating. Utilizing the exceptional performance of this project and lack of utilization of contingency to go ahead and contract our existing paving contractor to go ahead and mill and overlay that to return that to a fresh surface as it's taken a bit of wear and tear serving as our laydown area for the project. But other than that, pretty standard laydown areas, and appreciate the board's consideration of these changes.
Questions for Dr. Dennis? Take a motion to approve the change orders.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Takes us then to our approval of, or a SRO raises, sorry.
Correct. Thank you, Mr. Clauser. SROs are on a July 1 to June 30th contract, so it's prudent in the June meeting to bring SRO raises. What you have before you this evening represents the standard 3% that's been budgeted in as part of this year's budget. And so happy to answer any questions for those, but these represent pay raises at the normal increment and sequence that we would normally do these for these specific employees.
Questions from the board? All right. I'd take a motion to approve the SRO raises as outlined in our background notes.
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Dr. Dennis, I think number C is yours as well? Or
Yes,
letter C?
this is the resolution for central office address change. When a public school corporation changes its primary business address, this resolution will be utilized to notify the proper agencies with the state, county, things of that nature, that we have indeed moved our primary place of business.
Questions? All right. I'll make the motion to approve the resolution for central office address change.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Use of corporation credit cards. Dr. Dennis.
Thank you. Normally, this item would be done during the reorganization meeting in January, less, of course, personnel changes. And so these corporation credit cards represent a new person occupying these administrative offices. So just getting the board's authorization for these individuals to be issued and utilize our credit card.
All right, any questions? Take a motion to approve the use of corporation credit cards as outlined.
So moved.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, change of Medicaid reimbursement vendor.
Yes, really item E and F kind of represent the same rationale in the normal course of business, constantly evaluating our vendors that perform certain services for us. As Mr. Salzman has settled into the seat of Special Education Director, he has evaluated our current Medicaid reimbursement vendor and as well as other Medicaid reimbursement vendors. These are the folks, of course, that file for Medicaid. We render services that are reimbursable by Medicaid, and no one on staff is capable of doing that. We have to secure a professional service with the proper credentials to do this. New vendor is immaterially different in cost, but per Mr. Salzman's evaluations, a significant increase in our reimbursement, and for that reason I bring this change to you this evening.
All right. So we'll take letter E first. If I can get a motion to approve as outlined by Dr. Dennis is section E in our background notes.
I'll motion.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, same thing for section F then, as outlined by Dr. Dennison in our background notes. Let's just take that one as well. I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. So request to erect, this is on hiring, right? Is this Dr. Milliman? Yep.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Clauser. This is an annual request to allow me to extend final offers to staff members here during the 2 summer months. Just to reassure the board, all of the background checks, et cetera, will be completed. We'll bring the names to the board for formal approval following that recommendation, but this allows us to remain competitive where we're maybe vying for a candidate between us and another district, and allows me to extend to them a final offer of teaching here in the district.
And again, this lasts from June through August 17th over the summer months.
Correct. The two by the August month will be back on the same rhythm.
Okay. Questions? I'll make the motion to approve that authority to Dr. Milliman.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Request to submit IDOE for assignment of school number for the Tiger Cub Pre-K.
Yep, pretty self-explanatory in the title of the request. We're opening a school. The school needs a number, and IDOE has a procedure, and we need to follow it.
All right. Take a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. And request to submit grade reconfiguration to IDOE for Perryworth.
Perryworth is now changing to a pre-K 5 building with the 2 pre-K classrooms there, and as part of the IDOE procedure, we have to designate it as a pre-K 5 building, so because it is technically separate from the former central campus, so they have to be able to accommodate that for all the things that we need to report to DOE.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the IDOE reconfiguration for Perryworth?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. How do you want to do the handbooks? Do you want to take them each kind of together?
I could do them all at once if you want. I can tell you what the changes are because, as you can see in your background notes, they're relatively minor this year. The big change is to update for the new cell phone policy that's going along with that. the high school is going to be requiring students to wear IDs this year. So there is while you see a short list of changes at the high school, one of them is a little bit of a significant change in their operating procedure there. So that is a change in your log as well. I believe that's really, other than updating personnel, new administrators who may be joining us, such as the athletic director at the high school, a couple new hires at the elementary schools as well. Really getting the cell phone policy codified in the handbook will satisfy check a lot of boxes, because you are updating your policy, hopefully in another agenda item coming up on cell phones. But when you do approve the student handbooks and these procedures, you are also, in the eyes of the legal community, this is approving a policy as well. So you're satisfying that requirement as a board this evening.
Okay. Any questions? I take a motion then to accept the elementary, LMS, and high school handbook as outlined in our background notes.
Make a motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, we have the athletic handbook too.
That's okay. I think that one probably should have been separate anyway,
Okay, great.
because that was really the only change there. Again, athletic director change. Congratulations, Mr. Levine. Understand it. Despite the rain, they had a wonderful celebration here this weekend to celebrate him. There's some updated heat index information for the most recent heat index scales that's being added to the athletic handbook, and that is all of the changes that he has brought forward.
I'm assuming the heat index scales are from IHSAA or some other authority.
I believe so. The medical community, medical training community. Mr. Dennis, you're a former football coach. You might know some of the overarching authorities that better than I.
NFHS, for National Federation of High School Sports.
Yeah, it actually is listed in
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Update, yeah, it lists which category of, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I will make the motion to approve the athletic handbook.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Takes us then to our second reading of policy updates.
Yep, second reading of policy updates. 5136 is updating your policy on cell phones and other smart devices to be consistent with the new Indiana law. 7510, if you recall, is skinnying up the policy regarding facility usage and rental, moving the details of that to administrative guidelines and procedures so it can be more flexible. Obviously, any changes that we would have regarding rental amounts and things like that, I'll keep the board abreast of those as those guidelines are being developed. Those are the two policies for final approval this evening.
Any questions over the second reading of policy updates?
No questions, but it's going to be very interesting to see how the cell phone ban is handled by
Yeah.
parents and
Yep.
students, and how that's going to work.
Yep. Interesting is a good word. However, it will be followed because it's law. So, the laws are not suggestions. So we don't have the luxury of determining which ones we're going to follow and which ones we're not.
So I
So,
did see there was an exception for medical
Yes.
devices, like for instance, a continuous glucose monitor or something.
yes, yes. Very rare occasions there may be a special needs situation, but those would be, Mr. Salzman's nodding, those would be exceedingly rare. Matter of fact, I don't think he believes there's any currently where that would come into play. Really think it's going to be on the medical front. However, many of those devices are not necessarily tied to a cell phone as well. I mean, there's some other Wi-Fi enabled information on a monitor that may not necessarily be a personal communication device. It may be connecting to Wi-Fi for communication with a provider, perhaps, much like your camera maybe at home would. So those devices don't necessarily have to be linked to a personal communication device. However, some are, and this would cover that.
And so if one is brought to school, are they getting locked in an office? Like, what is the
You talking about
A cell
a cell phone? Yeah, there's progressive discipline here, is outlined in the handbook. Essentially, the first offense would be confiscated. It would be logged in Skyward as a referral because we have to track whether it's the first, second, or third offense. That will be one of the most time-consuming pieces of this, because if there is a large number of those, especially early in the school year, that will have to be an all-hands-on-deck situation in documenting that. We can't expect a teacher or a staff member to know when they ask for a student's phone whether it's the first, second, or third offense. That's not reasonable, so we have to document it every time it is so that when it gets logged in the office, it triggers the right progressive discipline. So it would be taken and returned to the student at the end of the day on the first offense. The second offense, it would be taken, locked in a secure location. That second time, it would only be released to the student's parent or guardian. And then obviously a referral as well. The third offense is just more progressive discipline, potential, not allowing it at school.
Communication, so I assume parents and students will be reminded of this several times before school.
Yes, I sent an early communication to all parents and staff. They were very similar communications. I sent that near the end of the school year, suggesting that parents begin practicing. I still think that's very wise. And honestly, the parents need to practice too. It would be great to be able to practice this as a family, to put phones away for periods of time, progressively longer, to try to help stave off the impulse for the fear of missing out that we often struggle with. So I do encourage parents to do that and talk to their students about it. And it's going to be a big lift for our staff because it's addressing students who may be on their devices during the day is not going to be an option for a staff member. It's going to be an expectation. And perhaps that might have been something that would have been left to report to an administrator, but frankly, with 3,600 students and only 20 administrators, that's not realistic. I mean, we all have to pitch in and make sure that we're addressing this.
So I know this probably won't be possible to look at everyone's device either, but what about, chat or other platforms that are downloaded on school laptop or an iPad?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're always chasing that no matter what. I think the next legislation that may be coming down the pike is screen time. And I think the biggest struggle for us is that's how we deliver the curriculum. 6 through 12 is on devices, whereas in the elementary, in talking to the principals, we don't see that as big of an issue because screen time is so much more limited at the elementary already, especially in the primary grades. It's part of small group instruction. It might be part of we have to prep students for testing. That's the part that I think folks need to remember as well. There's a lot of solid research about screen time and how that may affect different aspects of learning. But all of our tests are online as well. So we have to give students practice time and to be able to solve problems on the device and give their responses on devices.
Colleges as well, so it's
Exactly.
preparing them
So you're kind of threading a needle a bit with that. We'll have to cross those bridges as we get there. We do have monitoring software as well, so we can, teachers can see what's on a classroom full of screens should they choose to use that software. So it'll be a bit of a learning curve for all of us.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, if there's no other questions, I'd take a motion to approve the second reading of policy updates 5136 and 7510.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, and I think that brings us finally to a boys basketball overnight.
Yep, that's correct. Yep, we've got later this week boys basketball heading up to Purdue Northwest and Hammond for 2 days for standard summer basketball camp.
All right. Any questions over that? I'd make the motion to approve the boys basketball overnight. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
I believe I misspoke, Mr. Clauser, about the open house. It's Tuesday, August 4th. Apparently I said August 8th.
Yep.
So that would be incorrect. And if I did call him Mr. Dennis at least once this meeting, I apologize to my colleague to my left because I am aware of his doctorate.
All right. So August 4th, 2026, the ribbon cutting and open house, and then our regular meeting will be July 21st, 2026 here in the Herman B. Wells. That adjourns this meeting.